Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Please continue to pray for my good health and my career goals by leaving a dislike on this video as usual. Sing along, gesture at your screen, and leave a dislike on this video, please. Let's do it again. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I had another dream at night last night about becoming extremely wealthy. What had happened was some of the rare strategic metals, tantalum, rhenium, there had been big shortages, and the prices had gone up to many, many times that of gold. And in my dream, Peter Schitt was talking about the supply chain issues, and he was talking about how it's still a good time to buy gold and silver. Don't be fooled by all these strategic metals. Buy gold and silver as usual, even though everyday rhenium and tantalum and what's the other one in my dream? Niobium. I don't have niobium yet. I got to go buy some, and we're going up like crazy, and so that was good. And most of my dreams eventually come to pass, so I'm really excited to hear about that. I asked you to pray for my good health. I'm really struggling because I'm trying to juggle way too much, and I got mouth sores. I don't look right. For some reason, I'm attracting a lot of negative attention as of late. Yesterday at the school campus police thought I was doing something wrong on campus. I was looking for a classroom. I was taking pictures of buildings, and he thought I was up to no good, which is okay. I mean, I could explain what I was doing, but it made me wonder, what else am I doing to myself to draw a lot of attention to myself? 2 nights before that, I was at a sports bar, and I also drew a lot of negative attention to myself for some bizarre reason. And again, none of these people will ever tell you the real reason you drew attention, right? The officer at the campus said that he thought I was taking pictures of students. Yeah, he that might have been one thing that he noticed. But what else, right? It was my clothes, or did I smell bad? Maybe it was my fatigue from all the. And nobody's ever going to tell you that part of the equation, right? At the sports bar on Saturday night, yeah, I was trying to sneak outside food into the place. I eventually explained myself and all that. But, it shouldn't have drawn that much attention. There were certainly other things that caught his eye, right? I would imagine on a different day, a different person could have snuck food in there and not caught attention, right? What else was it, right? I wish he would have told me. I really do. And so why do I keep dreaming about hitting it big? And do I want to quit my jobs? Do I want to? Not really. Let's say tomorrow I woke up and rhenium really was $2,000 an ounce, right? At that point, no, that's not a lot. If it were $20,000 an ounce, right? At that point, I'd have some money, and there's a good chance I would still drive to Central Arizona College. What I might do is stop taking on so much work, right? I might put a pause on my art project, right? Because what was the main motivation behind the art projects? It was to give me a safety net so that at the workplace, I don't have to be treated like a piece of property at the workplace or be ordered around, right? Like yesterday, when I got to CAC, the classrooms had changed. I couldn't find a bathroom. I didn't get a list of the emails of the students. I was frantically shuffling stuff around. And I didn't have to be frantic on it. I just, matter of fact, hey, so we're running late. There's no classroom. Classrooms are locked up. What's going on? And that was kind of fun. I didn't have to panic, right? And more importantly, I don't have to be treated like a piece of property, right? It's kind of like the difference between flying coach and flying first class, right? When the job at CAC was my only job, that was like flying coach, right? You have to be ordered around, you have to be packed into places, you have to panic all the time. now that I have the secondary career, it's like flying first class, right? I get to order my own meals. I get more leg room, right? More room to express myself, and more influence, right? Although I still I still badly want to know what happened with the campus police. Maybe one of these days I'll try to befriend him. I'm sure I'll see him again at the campus, introduce him to my art projects, give it some time. He'll know about my art. He'll know about my photography. Hey, by the way, last August, what happened to draw your attention? I know I was juggling a lot of stuff at that time, right? I really do want to know, or maybe I'll continue to make that whatever mistake it was yesterday, and eventually I'll get some answers. I really do, because I mean it's one thing to draw attention and have a campus police wonder what you're up to, right? And have a short encounter like that's one thing. It's quite another to not get job opportunities or miss out on a first date and not know why, right? And so, all right. So please continue to pray. I really love that I get to go to work and not feel like a piece of property for the first time in my life. I really hate all of the stuff that has to happen for that to happen, right? And so that's why I want radium to go up to $20,000 an ounce. Now, many years ago, I had a friend who ended up on the game show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I asked him what he would do if he won the $1 million. He was just about to fly out in a couple days to go on the show, and just before he did that, I asked him what he would do if he would if he would win the $1 million. He he had a lot of dishonest activities at the time. He was stealing cable television. This was back in the early 2000s, where he lived in an apartment, and one apartment would subscribe to cable, and then they would hook out their lines to share the cable with everybody else. So like 5 or 6 apartments were sharing the same cable line. And he told me he would stop doing that, and he would pay the cable bill. He what else did he? He had a lot of dishonest habits that he swore he would stop if he had $1 million. And I really loved his answer when he answered me like that. He told me that it was kind of constraining who he could befriend. He didn't want people over to his apartment and noticing that he was stealing cable and potentially reporting it to the cable companies, right? That his dishonesty was really constraining him, is what he said. And I like that answer so much for some reason. And nowadays, 25 years later, I can say the same thing. What would you do if your bismuth became worth a few $1 million? Oh, I could stop pushing the limits of what I'm doing. I could be myself at work, right? I don't have to feel like a piece of property at work, right? I could stop doing a lot of not necessarily dishonest, but really pushing at things, right? Like trying to juggle so many art projects. Well, certainly I wouldn't be able to continue my art career if some of those medals went up to where I think they would, right? I wouldn't have the kind of clientele, right? So that would kind of force me to stop anyway, right? All right. Continue to pray for my art career by disliking this video. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.